Introduction to the Science of Hadith by Ibn al-Salah al-Shahrazuri, 577 to 643, the most influential work on the science of Hadith in existence. 4. We heard that Abu Zur'a al-Razi was asked how many people transmitted from the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he said, "Who can determine that exactly? 40,000 witnessed the farewell pilgrimage with the Prophet, peace be upon him, and 70,000 witnessed Tabuk with him." We also heard that Abu Zur'a was asked, "Is it not said that the hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, number 4,000? He said, "May God loosen the canine teeth of whoever says that. This is a doctrine of the heretics. Who can count the hadith of the Messenger of God? Through his death, the Prophet has taken 114,000 companions who related from him and heard the hadith from him, or according to another relation, who saw him and heard hadith from him." He was asked, "Abu Zur'a, those, where were they? Where did they hear the hadith from him?" He said, "The inhabitants of Medina, the inhabitants of Mecca, those living between the two cities, the Bedouin, and those who witnessed the farewell pilgrimage with him. That is, everyone who saw him and heard from him at Mount Arafah." People differ over the number of levels and types of companions. For that, precedence in conversion to Islam, participation in emigration, and witnesses the other great themes with the Messenger of God, peace be upon him. By our fathers, mothers, and ourselves, he, peace be upon him, is the Messenger of God. By our fathers, mothers, and ourselves, he, peace be upon him, is the Messenger of God, are taken into consideration. Abu Abdullah al-Hakim put them into 12 ranks, and others have added more. We will not take the time to set that out in detail. The best of the companions in absolute terms was Abu Bakr, followed by Umar. At this point, the majority of the forebears put Uthman before Ali. The Sunni inhabitants of Kufa gave Ali precedence over Uthman. A number held this doctrine, including Sufyan al-Thawri at first. He then went back to granting precedence to Uthman. Khattabi related that from Abu Sufyan al-Thawri and from other Sunnis of Kufa. Abu Bakr Muhammad ibn Ishaq ibn Khuzaymah was one of the adherents of hadiths who have reported that Ali was given precedence over Uthman. The doctrine of the scholars of hadith and the Sunnis have settled on granting precedence to Uthman. In regard to the companions as a type, Abu Mansur Abdul Qahir ibn Tahir al-Baghdadi al-Tamimi said, "Our teachers unanimously agreed with the best of them were the 4 caliphs, then the remaining 6 who make up the 10 who were granted the glad tidings that they would enter paradise, then the Muslims present at the Battle of Badr, then those who participated in the Battle of Uhud, then those who took the pledge of good pleasure at al-Hudaybiyah. In the text of the Quran, preference was granted to the first Muhajirs and Ansars having precedence. According to the statement of Sa'id ibn Musayyib and certain others, the people referred to in the verse were those who prayed to the 2 Qiblas. According to the statement of Sha'bi, they were the companions who witnessed the pledge of good pleasure. It is reported that Muhammad ibn Ka'b al-Qurazi and Ata ibn Yasar said that they were the participants in the Battle of Badr. Ibn Abdul Bar related that from them in something I found from him. God knows best. 6. The forebears disagreed over who was the first of the companions to convert to Islam. Some said Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and this was related from Ibn Abbas, Hasan ibn Thabit, Ibrahim al-Nakha'i, and others. Some said that Ali was the first to convert to Islam, and this was related from Zayd ibn al-Arqam, Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, Miqdad, and others. Abu Abdullah al-Hakim said, "I know of no disagreement among the writers of histories, Ashab al-Tawarikh, that Ali ibn Abi Talib was the first of them to convert to Islam. That is to be rejected from al-Hakim. Some said that the first to convert to Islam was Zayd ibn al-Haritha. For instance, Ma'mar ibn Rashid mentioned something similar to this from Zuhri. Some said that the first to convert was Khadija, the mother of the believers. That is related through several lines of transmission from Zuhri. It is also the doctrine of Qatada, Muhammad ibn Ishaq ibn Yasar, and a number of the others, in addition to being related from Ibn Abbas." The Quran commentator Tha'labi, according to what we heard or read from him, claimed that the scholars agreed that the first to convert to Islam was Khadija, and that their disagreement pertained only to who was the first to convert after her. The most scrupulous course is to say that the first free man to convert was Abu Bakr, the first boy or youth was Ali, the first woman was Khadija, the first client was Zayd, and the first slave was Bilal, and God knows best. Number 7. The last of the companions to die in absolute terms was Abu Tufail Amir ibn Wathila. He died in the year 100 after the emigration, which was 719 AD or CE. In regard to specific regions, the last companion to die in Medina was Jabir ibn Abdullah. Ahmed ibn Hanbal related this from Qatada. Others said Sahal ibn Sa'ad or Sa'ib ibn Yazid. The last to die in Mecca was Abdullah ibn Umar. Jabir ibn Abdullah is also named. Ali ibn al-Madini said that Abu Tufail died in Mecca and therefore he was the last one there. The last companion to die in Basra was Anas ibn Malik. Abu Umar ibn Abdul Bar said, I do not know of anyone other than Abu Tufail who saw the Messenger of God, who died after him. The last of them to die in Kufa was Abdullah ibn Abi Awfa, and in Syria, Abdullah ibn Busr, and Abu Umama is also named. One author went further, saying, the last of the companions of the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, to die in Egypt was Abdullah ibn Harith ibn Jaz al-Zubaydi. In Palestine, Abu Ubay ibn Haram. In Damascus, Wathila ibn al-Asqa. In Homs, Abdullah ibn Busr. In Yamama, al-Hirmas bin Ziyad. In Jazeera, that is northern Iraq, al-Urs ibn Amira. In Ifriqiya, Ruwayfa ibn Thabit. And among the Bedouins in the desert, Salama bin al-Aqwa. May God be pleased with all of them. There are disagreements over some of what we have said here, which we have passed over. The statement about Ruwayfa in Ifriqiya is not correct. He died in the city of Barqa, and his grave is there. Salama came to Medina a few nights before his death and died there, and God knows best. Stay tuned for Category 40, the Tabi'een.